I always say it, you always have to remember where you're coming from. You come here with nothing, you're not going to go with nothing. And what are the repercussions of what we do? Look at where we are today. We don't even know what to do anymore. We're confused. We're in total dire straits. And then, have you forgotten that they write exams for children today? The kids, they write exams for them?
Yes.
They pay to write exams. We didn't have those kind of rubbish when we were growing up. Oh, you'd cross the line with if I cross the line with my dad, he withdraws all the benefits, all whatever he gives you, he'll take it away from you. He won't allow you to have access to him. Virtuous wives, women, we don't have virtuous women anymore. There are very few in the society. Everything is money, designer. I'm not saying you shouldn't dress well. But it doesn't have to be your God, for goodness sake. You see, the thing is that so far corruption, I don't even like using that word corruption, stealing, impunity lives within governors of the nation. This country is not going anywhere.
You look at all the young people, the youth, you look at your own generation growing up, there was stricter education, there was stricter moral upgrading and all that. But you wake up today, you take the paper and you see young people in Ogun State, in Kwara, 17-year-old, they killed a girlfriend of theirs, a 20-year-old girl, took the head and were burning it. They say they want to do money charm. They took the whole body, put it in a bag. In another place in Abeokuta there, a couple enticed the young girl into their house, and the woman gave her food and she slept up. They charged the food with Valium 5 or something, and the lady slept up and they cut the lady into pieces. Jesus. They want to sell the parts to some human part sellers, buyers, and you look at somewhere in Ekiti, they were looking for a 6-year-old girl only to discover.
But those are the ones you know.
In the house of the redeemed pastor, cut into coolers like means that they want to use for party and all that. Then even in a church, you take a young girl to a church, maybe a prayer,
so-called
church, Yaba Day, Redeemed Church, and the girl missed 2 girls tripped at different times where they were saying, Badura, the Mamati Sonu. Until today, they've not found those children. Different dimensions, people missing. Just look at the one that happened in Ileife. A young guy that wanted to do his exam in OAU, checked into a hotel. Before we knew it, the next day, nobody could access him.
And they were going to cover up for him.
They were going to cover. The hotel said they didn't see him until his people went to the bank and they saw a transaction into the account of one of the staff of the hotel. By the time they arrested her, they even discovered that they removed the ledger that suggested that he slept in the hotel. And as I'm talking now, the big man wanted to throw some punches with his money. He was even making boldness that nothing can happen to him, that he didn't know about it until when there were new revelations that even not just in his hotel, in his school, people get missing yearly, students, and some of them they will die. They will say the blood will be drained and all that. A whole lot of things going on in the society, and this is not 10 years from now. It has been on for the past 30 years. So sir, when you look at it today, especially the ripple effect of the young people that are going to Yahoo, into all sort of solid avarice ventures and all that, how do you feel for your own children and your grandchildren?
See, Blinga, it's very sad. It's very appalling. It's heart-wrenching when you think of all those things. But it is all what the leaders, the churches, the mosques, the Islam and all that, the lies that has been put in place for many years is what we're getting now. You understand me? Where money became the factor, the main thing, where all the preached in churches and mosques is all about money. In mosques, they will say, they will praise the person, he will put money. In churches, they will praise that one, and you see, and then the standards that was put in place by government itself, education, moral standings, you understand me?
Yes, sir.
The type of teachers, the type of people that were put in place to groom these children, you understand me? The type of, how money became, I told you from the onset, I said money became Nigeria, our God. You understand me? Money has always became the center point of everything. And that's why we're where we are today. And it's very sad for the generation, my own children, no matter what you try to do, they will have to, even if you groom your own kids, you understand me? Even if you groom your own children, if you groom your own kids, they're still going to walk around the same children, other kids.
That is it.
I'll give you an example.
That is social pollution.
I remember someone's son in a school, and this is true story. The son didn't do well in class. I'm not going to mention the school. And my friend overheard the boy's mother telling the boy that, since you've not done well in school, you're not flying first class. You're not going away on holidays. You're not going to fly first class. She said she'll put that boy in business class. So what kind of kids are you grooming?
Can you imagine?
First class? You're putting him in business class because he didn't do well in school, he misbehaved? How can you ever correct that child? You understand me? How can you correct a child? And there's so many like that. And then have you forgotten that they write exams for children today? The kids, they write exams for them.
Yes.
They pay to write exams. We didn't have this kind of rubbish when we were growing up. You'd cross the line if I cross the line with my dad, he withdraws all the benefits, all whatever he gives you, he'll take it away from you. He won't allow you have access to him.
Just to punish you.
Yes.
And to bring you back to your sanity.
Yes. But the kids of nowadays.
But today, even we have mothers who are not supporting their boys.
I said it here when I said that we don't have mothers of virtue anymore. Virtuous wives. Women. We don't have virtuous women anymore. They're very few in the society. Everything is money. Designer. I'm not saying you shouldn't dress well. But it doesn't have to be your God, for goodness sake. And at the end of the day, it's that 6 feet we're going. I always say it, you always have to remember where you're coming from. You come here with nothing, you're not going to go with nothing. And what are the repercussions of what we do? Look at where we are today. We don't even know what to do anymore. We're confused. We're in total dire straits. So the issues are this: until we come collectively as a nation, it's not about who will be the next president. I don't like hearing all that rubbish. It's all the status quo, they're all fighting, going crazy. They have nothing to offer the country. The nation itself must now stand and say, hey, let's put a stop to this. We need to come around the table.
I'm afraid of our children. The children, that's what, because you are you're a molder of destinies by the perception or by your office as a sport administrator, a football enthusiast, and a manager of young people. I'm afraid that a lot of young people are buying cars, at the age of 18, somebody is buying a car of 25 million after duping a white man across computer somewhere in Europe. There's Yahoo. Every time you look at the paper, you see the kind of amount of children that EFCC are arresting in a hotel. The last time in Ogun State, the same Ogun State, 3 months ago, they caught a whole team of young people who came to do Achievers Award, and they were all Yahoo boys. And when they got to the hotel, Billionaire Daniel's hotel, I think October Billionaire Daniel's hotel, they shot gun, got into rooms and arrested more than 30, up to 40 young people. And they were all Yahoo. If you go to Ota now, they are organizing all sort of awards, and they are young people. They say they are achiever. Young people don't even know what to do. You see some people, they go and create one award. They say, "Want to give a politician."
But you see,
a politician that's tool that.
But who are the fathers and who are the leaders? Who are the fathers of this and who are the leaders of this nation? Aren't they worse than Yahoo kids? Majority of them. I'm not saying all of them.
But that's silly.
You don't have a structure. You don't have a political class structure in Nigeria. Anybody can be a top politician, from Agbero boy to a ritualist or whatever, can go to the House of Rep or Senate. So what are we talking about? Nobody's true. Maybe you just have 2% of them or 3% of the people in Senate and House that has what it takes. But majority of them are not. So what do they send down? What signals? Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Do they give to the ones down there? What signals? What example? What do they give to the ones down there? They send wrong signals there, and that's what these ones are picking up. Nobody questions anything anymore. I said we don't have any. The institutions have been messed up. They've thrown it into the dogs. It's gone to the dogs. So that's why we're where we are. But until we come as a nation, collectively, with a true sense of purpose, and and we stop lying, because we thrive on lies here, falsehood. Everything we say here is not true. Even when they tell you, Nigeria, we're very brilliant, we're lovely, where we have intellectuals, and they tell you they've written a white paper. Once they say they've written one paper or put policy paper, forget it. The country is not going to happen.
Another thing is the false confidence of politicians.
And then you see, the thing is that so far corruption. I don't even like using that word corruption. Stealing, impunity lives within governors of the nation. This country is not going anywhere. That is what it is today. If you like, go and bring the most brilliant whatever administrator from anywhere in the world and put him amongst these guys. They're going to mess him up big time.
Did you think they messed President Buhari up?
No. I don't want to talk about him. He messed himself up. So I don't want to talk about that. He never offered this nation any. Look, I'll tell you, I don't want to talk about President Buhari. He
came with a lot of aspirations, sir.
Yeah, but he messed us, disappointed us.
I mean, a lot of people want you to explain how this.
I don't want to explain because it's waste of time. I don't want to explain anything.
Ill in 2017.
I don't want to talk about it. He's failed us. I voted for him.
Okay, you mean you voted for President Buhari?
Yes, I voted for him.
Is it 2015 and 2019?
I voted for him. But the man he goofed. What are we talking about? Don't sell that to me.
No, a lot of people felt maybe they made life difficult for him.
Made life difficult for him how? Benga, please, let's move on. If I didn't vote for him, I would not say it openly. I voted for him, and he failed this country. I'll tell him to his face, I voted for him. And all your people writing, and you have all sorts of guys trying to twist English and mess people up and tell them that the man is that is false. No, he failed the nation.
But they build the railway lines about.
Please, can we move on, please?
Okay, the Niger.
Please, can we move on? A railway line.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. It's about
it's okay. Okay, no problem. You think we're bush people here and we don't know the truth and we can't see?
I was trying to just let you see some of the projects.
What railway line? Is that the same railway line that people were on the way to Ibadan the other day And the
petrol finished.
Diesel
finished.
Okay.
So I was just in the bush for 3 hours.
For 3 hours, it's okay, no problem.
Then,
I used to go to Abeokuta when I was in school at Abeokuta with railway line from Ido terminus. The train never stopped. You understand me? We used to do it every holiday time. We'll go and come back, go and come back. We had a standard railway line then that was built by, it was built from it worked perfectly well. It left on time, arrived in time, on time, everything worked. It had a first class, second class, you understand me? If you missed that train coming from Abeokuta, you had to take the Dogo train. They call it the Dogo train. That's a slow train where market women, and they would throw tomatoes and potato, what do you call on your head. So you have to make sure you got to that station, you arrived at the station on time to take the express train. And what did they do? They ran it down, destroyed it. Now you're talking about one railway nonsense. Please, and look at the standard. Can it stand the test of time? Will it stand the test of time? That's the question. But time will tell. No problem.
I'm just afraid for the country, sir. Sir, but let me ask you a very critical question, and I pray that you're going to answer this. How do you see 2023? Are you afraid, and who do you think should be there? Because we have a lot of candidates now, array of candidates. The people are saying Amechi is coming. I am saying Showore is coming. Then there's one, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu too, that has been traveling to meet kings from one state to the other. And then we have, even some people are saying they are begging Jonathan to come back. Then we have people like Charles Kisling Bogalu in the Kula, people like Fela Durotoye in the Kula. Then your brother and friend, Bashorun Dr. Dele Momodu, who is also aspiring under PDP. There are a lot of people coming up, but in your own political sense and the way you see it, who do you think is forthright for this country? Of course, some people are also urging Dr. Akim Miadeshino of the African Development Bank, who is a former Minister of Agric in this country, to throw himself up for the job. And some of us are saying maybe he is the best candidate. Someone like me are also saying, okay, maybe Babatunde Fashola. But who do you think merits to sit in Aso Rock and could maybe clear the organ table and put this country in the right path in 2023?
You know something, you know what I want to tell you? You heard what I said earlier on,
sorry,
that politically,